You know what? I'm sitting here, I'm thinking, I'm like live on Instagram. And I'm like waiting for faces to pop up in the bottom. But I just want to pop in. I did this look. I actually recorded it and I will be putting it up in the next day or so. I probably will also do like some sort of like new product first impression kind of video. I was about to go sit by the pool and I wanted to go live with you guys like at the pool, but I don't know how my Wi-Fi is gonna work. I did this look. I thought it was really pretty. I tried new products for the first time in forever. Hey, you guys. Hey, Zealous. Hold on. Hey, the Pisces. Hey, Gallivant, honey. Hey, Classic. Um, for you guys here, one like. Let's get the likes up. Um, yeah, I tried a couple of new products. So I said, let me come and share it with the folks. Yep. Mm-hmm. So I said, let me come share with the folks. I went and I used the YSL All Hours. I used the Kat Von D Locket. I used, oh my God. I used I use a pretty typical primer that I use a lot. Thank you so much. I'm obsessed over this hat. If you follow me on Instagram, I had a whole nervous breakdown about this hat. I don't like the color yellow. I feel like if you probably heard me say that before. I used this primer and I used SPF also from La Roche-Posay. Not me. Yeah. But yeah, I was just like, let me pop on. You know, I love the YSL All Hours. I love this hat. I love it. It's so ladylike. It's so pretty. Protects you from the sun like fully. I really, really love how it looks. Let me see. Okay, I want to see how it looks in low lighting. But yeah, I have on some new nails from Nails by Nixie. You guys, this color is divine and it goes with my favorite lip liner and I'm obsessed. Okay, and I have on lipstick from Baptiste Beauty. I have on Trinidad. I have on a blush that I made by hand. Okay, let me show you. And I plan to start doing some pop-ups and makeup classes. The world is open. I'm feeling really great. I want to travel more and do more things. So this is a palette of products that I made. A bronzer, another bronzer, and two blushes, right? So I've decided that when I go in doing my pop-ups and my makeup classes, you will be able to buy those products for me. And you can see I have another hat in the background. I love these hats. I think they're so pretty. I don't know. I just love it. I just love how it frames your face in color. And I gotta pull the tag out because it's kind of annoying. I recolored my hair last night. Hold on. I recolored my hair last night because my hair um, is naturally not black, right? You know what? I have a distributor in the States and I'm going to be selling products real soon. I just have to wait for some of the products to get to them. But yeah, I just thought I would pop in to see how you guys are doing. This is, I was going to go and hang out by the pool. And I wanted to just go live with you guys really quick because I don't know if I'm going to put up a video today. I have been putting out a ton of new content. You guys got to go check it out. So many of you guys come to me, oh my God, I miss you so much. Oh my God, I miss your content. Oh my God, I miss your face. And I'm like, it's hard to tell. Like, I've been putting up a lot of content. And also, I'm reeling myself back in and I'm calming myself down and I'm telling myself to shut up because I've only been hella consistent for like a week. It feels like it's been years. No, baby girl. Baby squirrel. Baby girl, baby squirrel. Calm down. Like, it hasn't been that long. I want to give you guys time to adjust. I want to give the algorithm time to adjust. I want to give myself time to keep it going. You know what I'm saying? And calm down. So that's just that on that. And absolutely pop-ups, handmade products, 13 people watching. Let's get those views up. I have a thrift one. I have a makeup tutorial. I have some vlogs and different things. But yeah, and I just put a Lancome Juicy Tube that smells like watermelon over top of it. I try not to smell my lips too much because I have a habit of having something on my lips that smells cute, and I will go to smell my lips and I'll get lipstick on my nose. My lips are very close to my nose and my lips are very big. And it's so funny because I was watching a video where so many people are getting the surgery where they're getting their lips put closer to their nose. And I'm just like, y'all gotta understand how frustrating that is. Okay, to have your lips so close to your nose. There are times when I could laugh, my top lip will touch my nose, and you know what I'm saying? I totally understand that. The shorts, things on social media sporadically take too much out of me. I can't imagine filming and editing a whole video. Yeah, I'm gonna be leaning more into shorts. This is definitely yellow. I've been saying that to myself too. Oh my god, it's so weird. Anyway, but I did use this concealer from Kat Von D, and I can't explain to you how sad I am that the little pretty, perfect doe foot. This had a perfect doe foot, not too big, not too small. It was like a really good size. I used it once or twice, and then it got stuck in the bottle. So, yeah, there's that. You know what I mean? I have some big lashes on that I cut really, really short. What does that denote in the beauty world? Lips closer to the nose. We've heard of some wanting to plump their... You know what? I just think that somehow it's broken down that it makes your face more attractive. I get so much makeup on my nose and like, it's crazy. It's crazy. I guess they just think it makes your face look attractive. I can't lie. When I see, like, there's this channel where they break down procedures that people have gotten. I can't lie. When somebody has gotten the lip lift or whatever the case may be, it does give your face a cuter, more youthful appearance. You know? Yeah, you know, I don't know. I remember not too long ago I got a really weird DM from a lady who insisted I did something to my lips, and she needed to know. She wanted to know. Just keep it real, please. Please, I'm begging you. I need to know what you did to your lips. There's no way. There's just no way. And I'm just like, she introduced me to terms I wasn't familiar with. Vermilion border. Your vermilion border. And then you have the 3 splits in the top and on the bottom. Come now, sis. Come now. Come now. And I'm just like, I can't even really dignify this with a response because the top of my head will catch on fire, and I'll get ugly. But I was just like, yeah, nah, ciao. But yeah, you know, so there's a lot going on in that area. But off of that subject, I wanted to just talk to you guys. I've also been using, because a lot of people question me about, I mean, it's weird, right? I was just like, okay. I was like, what I usually do is like, I'll send people like a picture of my father. We are lip twins. We have the exact same mouth. The split, the splits in the top, the vermilion border. I guess the edge, ciao. So I have been using Mayron products lately. So I've been using the mixing liquid and then the barrier border. And these are my new staples. Living. Yeah. It's so weird. I was just like I didn't know what to say because her message was so intense and it was so passionate, and she was begging from a place of just keep it real. Like, y'all never keep it real. Like, I just want to know. Like, I won't say anything to anybody. Like, just like give me a crumb. And I felt really bad that I didn't have anything to tell her. Oh my God, when I was little, I used to sit in the car and kiss the window, and I would like doodle my lips because I thought it looked like a hamburger, like a Whopper. I would always have like pins because I wanted to pop my lips and just like deflate them a little bit, like little weird stuff. But you know what I'm saying? I was just like, yeah, okay, I don't know. I don't really know what to say, babe. The Mayron products, the mixing, and then the barrier spray. I really want to get the skin prep too, because living out here in the hottiness, hot, I need it. So what I've been doing is I mix it into my foundation, right? I work off of a palette, boom. and I mix it into my foundation, and it really helps with the longevity of my foundation, despite the finish of the foundation. You guys know that I've been showing a lot of love to the It Cosmetics CC Nude Glow. I find myself really liking that foundation because it has SPF in it, and it really, really gives your skin a healthy look. I'm not wearing it now, but I keep looking at my face because I'm thinking I'm not wearing it now. I'm using the YSL all hours, the Kat Von D, and then you know what? You know who has a bomb concealer, and I don't even know if this concealer is around anymore. And if you know what? I'm sorry, I'm having so many thoughts. If you are in the market for it's humid hot. It's humid hot. LA was dry hot, so I never really had that problem with LA. It's humid hot here, so it'll melt your makeup. So what I'll say is, if you are in the market for a budge-proof, smudge-proof foundation that goes nowhere, your best bet might be a concealer. Concealers are usually more highly pigmented. And then, like, especially from Kat Von D, from Natasha Denona, and then also Too Faced, I feel like amazing. Dry down, like amazing. I used one of these today. I'm sitting with such poor posture because I'm trying to hide my undies from you guys. I don't even know. I mean, I guess I thought I was filming and it was gonna be like, oh, maybe I'll go out by the pool, but I was just like, yeah, okay. So let me just sit a little bit better. Whew, okay. So this from Kat Von D is absolutely, I want it to be Kat Von D so bad. And it's not. It's Natasha Denona. These are amazing. Absolutely, positively amazing. Really, really, really good. Dry down expeditiously. This is not the kind of concealer that you can paint all over your face and then dilly-dally. You have to dry this, you have to blend this in. I hate to see y'all do that anyway. I hate the whole painting of the face and then blending it. I know, it's so crazy. It's just like, okay, let me breathe, let me relax. But these are amazing. I love the Too Faced multi-use. Honestly, I haven't tried a ton of new products. I still get PR. It gets sent to my mom's house. And if I'm eager to try it, I'll have her send it to me. I would have PR sent to my P.O. box, but the way I used to get PR, that stuff is heavy. And it's nearly $5 a pound for me to receive mail. So I'm just like, I don't know. I really loved Natasha Denona complexion products. Wow, what is the moon doing? I really love Natasha Denona complexion products. I had a foundation from her that I really liked. I had some other things. I try so hard not to think of the things that I gave up. I try so hard not to think of the things that I sold. I try hard not to think, okay, wait, where did I sell that to somebody? Did I leave it? Did I throw it away? Did I give it to a friend? Where's that? What did I? It can be so painful sometimes. It can be like, it can be hard, you know. But that's a video that I'm also going to do. How you know when you're serious about relocating. I went on vacation. When I came home, it was go time. I think the first step that you do is you absolutely, positively, you start getting rid of stuff. Because you can't bring everything with you. And you shouldn't bring everything with you. You know what I mean? I feel like you should bring the things that like really define you, like memories and things that mean a lot. I don't feel like you should put a ton in storage because that's just connecting you to your old life. I'm not saying that everybody who wants to move abroad is trying to escape their old life, but you wouldn't believe like how much money you're gonna spend storing stuff, worrying about stuff. If you can and you have a family member, you know, just try to put some stuff there. But paying to store stuff, you're gonna need all your money. Like, I know I didn't let that go, but I did. Gotta pack, like, yeah, I could see you living your best Bangkok. That always makes me feel so weird. Like, people recommend places for me to go and then talk about how racist it is here. Oh my God, at least there are like an abundance of black people here. But my thing about it is, like, when people talk to me about racism and colorism, I am a dark-skinned, non-passing, black in every country. Black in every country. Everywhere I go, I'm recognized as black. I can't be anything else. I cannot escape racism. I cannot escape colorism. So when people are so concerned, I'm like, where am I gonna, please, I beg of you, tell me the magic place, the magic land where I can go as a dark black woman, non-passing, with black features, black gums. Tell me where I can go, where I won't experience this thing that you're fearing for me so bad. I experienced it everywhere. In the States, here online, the people who try to drag me the hardest are black Americans, men and women. I was going through old YouTube comments and I was on my hair transplant video and I was looking at my dental video. People black shame me so bad for having dark gums and having dark features. Look, baby, I don't owe your bitch ass. I don't owe you pink gums. I don't owe you pink lips. I don't owe you pink nipples. I don't owe you pink nothing. People are so Eurocentric and so obsessed with the European lifestyle, like European products, European vacations. Like, people won't. I'm done. Even in Africa, there's colorism, there's racism, there's culturism. Yeah, you know, as an American, anywhere I go, like, especially as a black woman, I'm going to deal with stuff. So I'd rather deal with stuff where I'm like 2 minutes from the beach, my rent is like zilch, I can own a home here. The men are actually family oriented, so if I did want to go that route, I completely could. If I wanted to go the family route here, it would be lovely. The men here are handy. They are emotionally available. Honey, they don't play no games with it. You've been hanging out with a guy out here for a week or two, so what's up? You want to be my mom? I want to be with you. I love you. Te amo mucho. They call, like, I made my video about not dating men here, and while I stand by that, I was being influenced by other expats and people who have had negative situations, and a couple of guys that I met here who fit those stereotypes. But being here nearly a year now, which is crazy, 7 months, I have met some great guys out here. I'm not in the mindset to date. If I was, I would be good. I'm not saying that the issues that are other places are not here, guys cheat and all types of funny stuff and all that good stuff, but I have met some legit guys out here. I really have. If all you're looking for is love, you can find it here. If you're not looking for like somebody who's like balling out of control, if you're not looking for somebody with like an amazing car, if you're looking for a guy who's handy, who knows things, who has skills, who got a tool set to help you build some things, put some things together, you can find it here. I mean, you really can. And I mean that. I meet great guys. You know what I mean? And I feel heavily chosen here. I don't ever go outside without, wow, morena, mommy, you're so beautiful, I love you. And I was saying this, and this guy was like, yeah, that's only because you're American, they want to use you for your money. No, I'm beautiful. A1, top tier. And they don't even know that I'm American when they see me. They just recognize me as being beautiful. Okay? And you do get some of the real old baby boomers who have, you know, colorism, or they're, you know, they have their thoughts or whatever the case may be. The younger people under 50, I don't get that energy. I don't get that vibe from them. You know what I mean? And I hate to keep talking about it. I don't want to bring it up. I don't want to weigh my videos down. I be having fun. I be at the beach. I be riding on my scooter. I be going to parties. I be having drinks. I be eating food. I be dancing. I be trying to learn bachata. You know what I'm saying? I'm having a good time. I'm living my life. I be wanting to know from people, where is it that you think I can go that I won't experience what you're so afraid of? You know what I mean? This lady left a comment on my page. Well, I'm Canadian and I'm mixed and I would never step a foot there. And I said, well, that's cool. Also, stay out of America because they're blamming. They're shutting us down. They're shooting us down. They're killing us left and right. There's constantly shootings. Okay, the cops are out of control. There is no control on gun violence, right? They just the other day passed a law that allows black people to wear their hair without discrimination. Like, what are you talking? What are you really talking about? Like, stop. You know what I'm saying? I know you want to be, you know what I'm saying, but like, chill out because you know what I'm saying. But yeah. Enough of that. You know what I mean? I really just wanted to share really good experiences with you guys, and I feel like it always goes there, and I kind of really hate it. I didn't know that before I moved here that so many people had so many ill feelings. I was really excited, and I was just like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be so cool. My audience is gonna love it. I'm gonna share a really cool experience, and da-da-da-da. And people were like, no! I was just like, oh my God. Okay. But I'm still going to anyway, because one thing that I have to get out of is thinking that I can people please my way into public favor. You know what I mean? People are just not gonna like you, period. People are going to be mad at everything you do, period. People are going to have a problem with everything you say, period. People are going to have a problem with everything, period. People are going to have a problem. You know what I mean? You cannot live your life through other people's experiences. I had some of the worst experiences of my life in California and in New Jersey. Of my life, like life-changing events that made me want to unalive myself. I don't put that on other people. I made my video voicing my concerns, and I still get hit up by people who are like, I want to move to LA. Can you help me? And I'm like, hell yeah. Like, what are you looking for? Like, what's your vibe? Like, what area do you want to live in? Okay, girl, that sounds like, you sound like you would like Koreatown. Okay, because it's good, because like if you don't want to buy a car, where are you going to work at? You going to work at Beverly Hills? Oh, really? Koreatown. Perfect. Because you can go, boom, take a bus, take a cheap Uber, you can do this, you can do that. I don't like, oh my God, no, you're going to die. It's just like, are you okay? Like, are you okay? Are you going to be okay? Promise me you're going to be okay. I'm praying for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, my mom still lives in New Jersey where so many different events that completely changed who I was. Still. And I go see her and I hate it. But I'm not going to just start hating my mom because she still lives there. Like, it's just weird. It's weird some of the energy that I've had directed at me. But you can't focus on that. Truly, truly can't. If you focus on the negativity, like, there's so much of it, you'll always feel down and out. You know what I mean? Also, in other news, I kind of talked about this at the beginning of the video. I have a distributor. I have somebody that's going to help me ship my products, my US products, my lip liners, my blush palette, my bronzer palette, and some of the brushes that I was selling before. So I'm really excited about that. And I slept with my head weird last night. And I think it's because of the way I had my head tied up. I be trying to sleep on my back because I've noticed I have like a line forming. I don't want it. Thank you, T-Styles. And that's it. I don't know. I just wanted to come and holler at y'all real quick and just scream off the top of my head and just scream at y'all and see how you guys are doing. And I am going to be talking about the mindset that it took moving abroad and the different things, you know, like it can be so scary. Like my first couple of months here, I was so afraid to go outside by myself. I wasn't afraid of the people. I haven't had any aggressive situations. I haven't had any like animosity aimed at me. But it's a different country. I didn't really speak the language that much. Like, it's just such a different vibe. Like, I would sit in my Airbnb and be like, oh my God, I need to go outside. I want to go get something to eat. I'm so nervous. Because you're walking, you get so much attention. It feels so beautiful here. So many of the men, like, they stop you in your tracks. Like, and there are some gorgeous men here. And you're just nervous. And you're just like, oh my God. You're just nervous. So it took me so long to get in the habit of, boom, putting myself out in public. I look like most of the people around me. Thank you, Deja. I look so much like the people around me, but I know that I'm American and I speak English, and I'm not familiar with the culture, and different things. Like, there's so much that I've learned recently that I wish I knew back in the day. Like, you can go to any store out here with any amount of money, and if you want to buy a little bit of rice, you can. Thank you much, Sophia. If you want to buy a little bit of beans, you can. If you want to buy a little bit of fish, if you want to buy a little bit of ice, this sucking your Airbnb phase. Ah! Where are you right now, Deja? This culture is so accommodating, and it doesn't hold you responsible. Like in America, most of the places, grocery stores that you go to, you have to buy a minimum, you have to buy a whole pack. Here, you can go to like any store, and you could go and you could have a container, like you could have a container and be like, I want some sugar, and they'll put sugar in here for you, and they'll charge you a price. You can go with 50 cents and say, I want bread, and they'll break a bread and give it to you. They'll give you a handful of like fish. Oh no! Don't do that! Oh my God, thank you so much. I'm drooling, I'm falling apart. I'm not used to people being nice to me. Like, I holler and hoot and scream and act a fool because I want all you guys to love me. And then when you start being nice to me, I'm just like, oh my God, I don't know how to. Thank you so much, T-Styles. I'm like, but I just really love that it's accommodating. I appreciate that. Oh, getting accustomed to Mexico, spending time in Cancun right now. Ooh, I love that for you. I love that for you. And what I want to say is different cultures have different customs and different things. Don't let it deter you. Don't let it make you feel like I can't deal with this. Because there are so many people who moved to the United States and they experience things that we experience on the everyday, and it feels so foreign to them, but we're used to it. You know what I mean? They're going to be little things. There are so many little conventions, like not picking up over. Oh my God, I love that. That sounds so cool. Like, I want to visit so many places. Like, I want to go back to Colombia. I want to go to Cartagena. I want to go to Puerto Rico. It's really close here. There's actually a ferry to Puerto Rico out here. You know what I mean? Don't you just love this hat? I love it. Look at these little earrings I got, baby. Vuitton. You know what I mean? And I just, like, there are little things here that if I did come on vacation would probably tick me off. Like, I live behind the gate of like a private community, and everyone doesn't recognize me. So sometimes when I'm going to the beach, they stop me and they say, hey, do you live here? Where do you live? The first time that happened to me, I was livid. I was so livid. And the guy explains to me, well, you know, this is only for people who live here, and I just don't know you. I ask everybody, and I was just like, no, I'm convinced this has everything to do with my skin tone. Like, what? I was so mad when I first got here. I was hyper aware of everything, of everyone, of anybody who said anything to me. I was super aware. I was so convinced that everything that ever inconvenienced me or anything that I didn't like that happened, it had to do with my skin tone. You know what I mean? And I was just like, but it's just like, yeah, I see them ask most everybody, except for people who have bands who are staying, because this is a tourist-oriented town. You know what I mean? Even, like, I'll see other black women go, but if they have a band, they won't stop them. So I see them ask people, or people who are new or whatever the case may be. That pissed me off for a really long time. But there is just like, it's just weird to me, because it's just like, you're gonna run from place to place to place to place, looking to be liberated of the fact that you're black, and it really sucks. And this is what we often try to explain to other people. When you're black, your skin is weaponized. There's no escaping it. I'm not middle of the road. I'm not like I can go this way or I'm black. There's no escaping it. So if I let little inconveniences here piss me off, I'm gonna go over here. It's gonna happen over there. There are gonna be people. There are racist people everywhere. You know what I mean? So don't let little inconveniences and little things like have you like you know, I can get in my feelings so bad. I'm a Cancer. I can get in my feelings so bad about things, but when I sit down and I calm myself down and I think about it, I'm like, was it really that serious? Or am I just in my feelings? And do I also have things in the back of my head from things that people have said to me? But then I also pay attention, am I being discriminated against? What's really going on here? Like, I remember one time I was in the grocery store and the guy who was helping the lady before me, like, he wandered off. And I was just like, oh wow, so I guess there's somebody here to help me with my bags. I was pissed. You know what I mean? And then I looked and there were other people who weren't being helped with their bags. And some of them were, like, a lot of them, they weren't my skin tone. They were other skin tones. It was like, it wasn't a discrimination thing. It was just an inconvenience thing. Maybe it was time for him to go on his break. Maybe he had to use the bathroom. Whatever the case was. Like, little things like that will set people off sometimes. And it's just like, I was living in California in Glendale, you know what I mean, and got faced with all types of crap all day, every day. I lived in New Jersey around nothing but black people and got all types of crap all the time. You know what I mean? So it's just like, you know what I mean? My life on this planet is of a black woman. And there's like no escaping it, right? I've just said this. So if I am gonna be going through anything, like I said, it is gonna be near the beach. It is gonna be where my rent is $500. It is gonna be where I can work when I feel like it. It is gonna be somewhere peaceful. You know what I'm saying? Where the food is also cheap and, you know what I mean, it's clean and it's just an environment that I care to be in. And that's it. Like, I really strive not to talk about like important or political things. Like, I watch some girls' channels, some people's channels, period, who talk about like really heavy things all the time, and I'm just like, my blood pressure would be through the roof. The internet has become so political. Everything is a battle. Everything is a think piece. Everything is like somebody's getting sensitive. Everything is a problem. Every opportunity is something for you to get canceled over. There's always something going on, and it's just so disheartening. It's become like so unfun to make content, so I try to fight through that. And it can be really hard, but I'm not going to not do what I love. I've been making content for a long time, and I thoroughly enjoy camera work. I thoroughly enjoy creating little movies and doing little things, whether it be vlogging or creating outfits. I stopped doing all that stuff because I just started to like just really not enjoy the life I was living in LA. You know what I mean? You go to bed at night and you feel forced to get up every day and be hyper productive because your rent is $3,000. You know, you've got people screaming down your throat that you're stupid and you should just own. And it's like, I don't want to own here. I don't want to put myself in that position. And then you also try to own something in this market in LA. You're so rich. Everybody's so rich. Everybody's so rich now. Everybody's so rich and so bougie and so luxurious now. Like, why aren't you owning? You don't own? How old are you? You don't own? And it's just like, don't do it for me. Don't front for me. Don't care enough about my opinion that you're lying to yourself in front of me. Don't do it for me. Do it for them. You don't got to do it for me. You ain't got to lie. You ain't got to cap. You ain't got to front. You got to flex. You ain't got to do none of that for me. You ain't got to do that for me. And I'm not going to do it for you. It takes too much effort. Period. You know what I mean? So I was just like, I got to get out of here. It's driving me crazy. You know what I mean? Like, you lay in your bed for 2 days in LA and you're like, oh my God, what am I doing? I got to get up. I got to work. You know what I mean? Like, I got to do this. Like, I don't want to live off my savings. I got to make sure I'm landing sponsorships. I got to make sure I'm landing, you know, I'm sending pictures to companies. You know, I got to make sure I'm doing this. I got friends who are like renting their apartment so people can do films. People who are out getting strange change, you know, and then the food starts going up. And then, you know, all the stuff happens with COVID and you're in your house and you're like going insane and you're just like, I got to pay my bills and I got to do. After a while, I was like, this is not even life. This is not even life. And then the don't lie to me. And then the culture of LA, where you have these really like thirsty people who either live there or they're from there, or come there to pretend to be fake, to pretend to be like these luxurious people who are just so worthy of the best. Like, you're a trash person. You're a terrible person. You treat people like scum. You're heavily materialistic. Yet you sit here and pretend like you just, oh my God, I just deserve the best, and I'm the best, and I'm this. And it's just like, it's terrible. It's like, I don't want to be around this. Like, when I watch like Basketball Wives and stuff like that, and people emulate to be like that, it's terrible. It's terrible. Like, I don't want to be around these people. I don't want to become these people. I don't want these people as my friends. I don't want to work with these people. I don't want to work in close proximity to these people. I don't want to go to events with these people. And it's not to say that all the people there are these people, but it's so terrible. It's so terrible. People come from wherever they're from to go there and to fake the funk. Fake the funk on a nasty dunk? I'm an old woman. I can't do this. I don't like it. I don't like it. Ew. Let me read some of these comments. I'm sorry, I'm bugging out. It's the caffeine. Ooh. Yes. Ooh, okay, Isla Mujeres. That sounds beautiful. I feel you and appreciate your insight and reflections, but yeah, I tap myself on the shoulder too, and I'd be like, pull back, friend. Keep on line for you and what you like. Absolutely. Me unprovoked anytime. Absolutely. Most rich people live off stocks and bonds, period. No, it's true. It shows how people get time back the longer they can spend out from under the boot of capitalism, hustle, and no, absolutely. It can be a lot. You know what I mean? And I don't want to hyper generalize, because there are an area of people in LA who are like the health conscious and very like physical. 1% of people trying. It's true. You know what I mean? And you know, there's an area where that is not the life, but even that can be really weird. Getting into like the super healthy vibe in LA can run you a pretty penny. You're doing retreats and going places and doing things, and you know, the health food market and all that good stuff, and farmers markets and all this stuff is hecka expensive. Like, the whole lifestyle itself is just like out here they have fruit and vegetable trucks, which would be equivalent to LA farmers markets, for pennies. For pennies, you can go get fruits and vegetables, tropical fruits, mangoes, chinola, banana, plátano, all types of stuff for like literally for like pennies. And it was just like, I feel like I'm paying all of this money to keep the image of LA going. And I was just like, I'm happy that I got to live there, because I always wanted to, especially as like a teenager into my young 20s, because of I wanted to be in acting, and then social media came and I was doing really well on YouTube, and I was just like, oh my God, so now it's my time. I gotta get out to LA and do this and do that, and I did it. And I had a really great time in the beginning, and I really wish that I would have stayed put. That's one thing that I will tell people about LA. As soon as you get to LA, like most of the times you either have a little bit of money that you saved, or you're like working poor. And you get a little place, and it's really cool, and you're like living somewhere off the beaten path. I was living in East LA. I, was living off savings and making money off YouTube, and I was doing really well. I should have stayed there. I had the itch. I wanted more. I wanted bigger. It became cool, and you weren't successful unless you had your own beauty room. So I went from living in a boarding house to living in a studio. I went from a boarding house to an efficiency, to a studio, to a 1-bedroom, to a 2-bedroom, to a 1.5 bedroom, and then to a 2-bedroom condo. I should have stayed right where I was with that 1 bedroom. It was a good price. Thank you for making me the extended version. It was a good price. Should have stayed right there. You know what I mean? I think what happens in LA is like, or anywhere where you're making money and you're making more money, you want to have more to show for it. You want to buy more. You want to have more. You want to get more. You want to see more around you. More furniture, more clothing, more debt. It was such a silly move. I should have stayed where I was. But then again, the building was so toxic. It's so dramatic. Oh my God. So, with that being said, though, I think things would have been better and I would have not felt so like out of it. You know what I mean? Because there's another thing, like when your rent is really expensive, say for instance, and then you want to go out of town for 2 weeks. So now you have this apartment that's sitting. So that's about $1,500 wasted. You know, a lot of landlords will not let you Airbnb. And you just feel like, oh my God. That was one of the things that really started to weigh on me heavily. I started to travel while living in LA, and I was just like, I can't even sublease my apartment. So I have this place that I'm spending all this money for. I'm gonna go away. I'm not gonna be here. So I'm paying for the trip. I'm paying for the hotel where I'm going to stay or the Airbnb. And then I have my place sitting back at home. And it would just depress me. You know what I mean? It would really just depress me. And when I went to my little vacation and I came to get my teeth, I came to get an implant. You know, the implant's been in my mouth and it's been just, like, I almost forgot about it. But once I did that, sorry about that. Once I did that, I was just like, I gotta get out of here because, oh, thank you, $1 American. Y'all are being so cute. Hey, Ramona. Yeah, you know, I just said, I gotta do something different. I gotta do something different, you know, but that's, you know, what everyone's gonna do is gonna be different. Somebody asked me why didn't I try other places in the States, and like, come on. Do you know how much red tape there goes into renting a place in the States? It becomes credit check, and it's really hard to prove your money as an influencer because they're like, okay, we want weekly pay stubs. We don't want to see that, you know, you made $10,000 this month, and then this month you've only made $1,500, and then like 2 months ago you made, you know, 30,000 or 20,000. They don't like it. They don't like that. And then you got to get credit checks, you know, and then they want 2, 3, or 4 months of security, you know. And then in America, the apartments don't come furnished, so you have to move your whole life. You have to have a whole life. You have to get all the couches and all the plants and the tables. And now that I live here and I've heard how other people live in other countries, there are so many countries that their places come furnished. There are so many people I know that don't like own furniture. There's glue under my nail. They don't like own furniture. And before I moved, I spent so much money furnishing my place. And I'm so happy that I was able to sell every piece of furniture, all my plants. It was like the personal items that I kind of had to just let go of. But everything else was kind of like, wow, okay. I was able to get rid of everything. On OfferUp, Facebook Market, I had people coming to my place late at night to buy things from me. I sold a ton of stuff on Poshmark, ThreadUp, Mercari, having just yard sales, putting stuff outside, leaving my doors open and just letting people come through and pick what they wanted. I had a day where I had a room, my front living room, filled with stuff. And it was just like, okay, all this stuff is like $5. Different pictures and pillows and little different tchotchkes and stuff that I have for my house. You know, I'm going to talk to you guys more about that because it's hard. It's hard looking at stuff that you worked for, or stuff that comforted you, or stuff that you found and you loved, or stuff that you bought, or something that somebody gave to you. For me, I lived in a really good neighborhood, and I would go outside every other day, and there's like beautiful furniture outside, and I'm like, see, no, this suede chair is coming in my house. So it's just like, it's hard. Moving the whole entire country is mentally hard. It's not physically hard. You can get rid of your stuff. If you need to put stuff in storage, you can. You can sell stuff. You can give stuff to family. You can do whatever. But wrapping your mind around the fact that your new life is going to consist of 3 or 4 suitcases and then whatever you decide to ship, it can really mess with your head. It can really mess with your head. You know what I mean? It can really make you feel like, sorry, I keep checking to make sure my phone is charging. It can really make you feel a little crazy. It can really make you feel like, oh my God, am I really about to get rid of like all of my stuff? Or am I really about to go somewhere where I don't know anybody? Am I really about to go somewhere where it's not my first language? Am I really about to go somewhere where I'm gonna like be that vulnerable? Am I really about to go somewhere where certain people in my family are pissed and don't want me to go and don't feel like, am I really about to completely abandon my life as I know it? Like my first day coming back home after deciding that I wanted to move, I just started running around my house like a maniac, and I was like crying because I was just like, I have so much stuff. So I took a couple of days and I sat down and I had to breathe my way through it because I was like, I'm overwhelming myself. I'm doing too much and nothing all at the same time. So day by day, or should I say room by room, I dismantled. I took out whatever was trash, like it can't even be donated. It's so torn up, it's so raggedy. Clothing, sweatsuits, socks, whatever random stuff, bedspreads, old nappy, natty blankets that have holes, garbage. Then donations, then sales, then family donations. And then you have stuff and you condense it down again. Does this fit me? Do I love this? Do I wear this? Do I need this? Is this gonna fit my new life, the new weather, XYZ ABC? Do I really need this? Do I love, does this look good on me? Does this fit me right now? You know what I mean? And then I went through the cycle again. I didn't want to put anything in storage. I don't like having like responsibilities floating around in the back. I don't like people contacting me about money I owe them or responsibilities that I have to them or expectations they had of me. I don't like it. Big reason that I'm single right now. I was talking to a guy. He really liked me. And the other day I really had to make it clear that, baby, we're not in a relationship, babe. Called me. Why don't you call me? Like, I feel like if I didn't call you, we wouldn't talk. And I said, do you have expectations that I will call you every day? Why? Why do you have that expectation, babe? Like, let's talk about it. I told you that this is not what I'm here for. And it really made me sad because who wants to hurt somebody that cares about them? I am not a monster. But what I also am not is willing to be guilted into a relationship. It's not what I want right now. You know what I mean? So I hate to know that somewhere somebody's expecting me to do something, to act some way, to perform in such manner. Somewhere, there's somebody holding something over my head because I hate it. It gives me anxiety. I came out here to get away from my anxiety and to get away from all the expectations. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all gotta chill on me. Like, I am so sorry if there were boundaries crossed that made you feel as though I was gonna perform in some part of the story that you created in a certain manner. I'm like truly sorry. Like I'm not trying to be sarcastic. I'm not trying to be funny. Like I'm sorry. Like I'm not a mean girl. I'm not a city girl. I'm not good at this. But I do not want to be held captive right now. I hate that I hate that I think about relationships in that manner, but the expectations and the responsibility that goes along with it, I can't right now. I can't. I need to move like the breeze, like unpredictable and without consequence. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna be traveling over here for a while. I don't need you calling me and missing me and being sad and asking me when I'm gonna come back. I don't need all of that. You know what I'm saying? It's saddening. But anyway, do you or do you not feel bonita? I mean, I've really come into the realization that you live one life, right? And you have to do what makes you happy. Like you really do. I know it sounds like, duh. Who don't know that? A lot of people don't. A lot of people don't know that. Maybe they know it, but they don't live that way. And I've decided that I have to live this way. Thank you, Gallivant. You know, I have to live this way. Old me would have been like, okay, I'll be your girlfriend. I don't have time to worry. I don't have time to lose sleep. I don't have time to wonder. I don't have time to go through heartbreak. You know what I mean? Some guy wrote something on Instagram and it's like, you guys who are single, you're not happy. You're just avoiding pain. And? No. But in real life, I'm really happy with my decision because I wouldn't be the best person to date right now. Because I just feel like being irresponsible and I just feel like being selfish and I just feel like being all about me. And I just feel like answering no questions. I don't feel like any compromise. You know what I mean? Like when I'm in my house, it's my rules. I don't want you to infringe upon my space, my sounds, my feelings, my energy. I want it to all be mine. I want to be in control of everything. I'm a complete and utter control freak. And when you're in a relationship, you can't do that. You can't do that, right? And I just want to just be able to for once in my life, like work full throttle, full steam ahead toward my own personal endeavors. And people always say like, well, in the right relationship, you can do that. Can you do that in the right relationship? Can you be a complete and utter selfish piece of crap in there? No, you can't. You can't. When you're in the right relationship, you surrender yourself to love. And I don't have time for that. You know, I don't have time for that. Not right now. And some guy wrote on my video, you know, you're going to regret this when you get older. I would rather regret being selfish than being selfless. I would rather regret putting my all and my everything into me than putting my all and my everything into somebody else or us and it doesn't work out. You know what I mean? And even if it does work out, you surrender and you sacrifice so much of your personal time, your personal space, your personal interests when you're in a relationship. It's a beautiful thing when it's the right person, it is. But just because it's beautiful doesn't mean that it's painful, that it's not painful. Just because it's beautiful doesn't mean that it's not going to make you sad a little bit. You know what I mean? And I don't have time for that. And that's it. And I wasn't trying to be deep. I always say I'm not trying to be deep. And then I start talking about something deep. Like, but yeah, you know what I mean? When I do ever decide to get into a relationship, I want to be able to be so free and so open with my love, honey, and all my time. And, you know, I want it to be about us and we. And right now, it just be about me. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm so behind with certain things that, you know, I just need to focus on what I need to focus on. You know what I mean? Yes, Carmel King. And it just like really sucks because you know, you have a guy who likes you and he's like, oh, I want to come over. And it's just like, no, I really don't want you to come over because I'm working on something for myself. I'm on my internet. I'm in my stinky boxers that I've been in all day. I'm not shaving my legs. I'm not washing dishes. I don't want to give you attention right now. I don't want to listen to you talk. I really want to focus on building, you know, my website that I'm working on for my courses. I don't have any, like, I just don't want to stop doing that right now. You know what I mean? And it's just like, it's hard. Like, who wants to hear that? You know what I mean? And who wants to put somebody through that? I would never try to, you know, fake the funk, like, yeah, okay, let's do this. And then I'm being completely and utterly self absorbed in your presence. That is like so weird. That is so toxic. It's like the best thing you can do is be real with people. You know what I mean? So, yeah. I feel like the last person I dated pretended that he had room for me in his life, and he didn't. He wanted to be selfish, and he wanted to go on tour, and he wanted to talk to girls, and he wanted to do this, and he wanted to do that, and he wanted to be, you know, the big star that he always wanted to be, and he wanted to work toward this. And I did not resent him for that. I resented him for lying and pretending like that's not what he wanted. That's what you wanted. You should have told me that. You wasted my time. You know what I mean? Like, I helped you work toward things while sacrificing working toward my own stuff. Of course, that's me. Those are my boundaries. I'm the one who lacked boundaries on that accord. But throughout the whole discourse on our relationship that we had, it was always no, 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 no. And it was just like, yeah, 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 yeah. You should be able to go and move how you want and go and do how you want and flirt with all the sex workers on Twitter and do all the stuff that you want. But you cannot do that in a relationship with me. You know what I mean? So I would never try to, you know, trick somebody or allow somebody to be in a relationship with me when I'm on my own time. I'm on my own time. I'm not answering no questions. You know what I'm saying? If I'm out and about and I find somebody else interesting, guess what? I'm sitting down with them, I'm talking with them, chopping it up, picking their brain. We might be there for hours. I might be out until 2 a.m. Period. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. Having somebody in your space, in your bathroom, in your kitchen, in your bed, sleeping all wild, you wake up, your neck hurt, or maybe they're like super clingy and they got your, now my face breaking out because you had to just lay on me when I was sleeping. Now my face is breaking out. You wetting up the rugs in the bathroom. You wake up in the morning, you want to put on some dumb thing on your phone. Turn that off in my house. I listen to Side 8 in the morning. Day. Turn whatever you got on off. Why is the rugs in the bathroom wet? It's like the more time you spend alone, the more you get to know yourself, the more you become in tune with yourself and you love your habits and your rituals and stuff like that. It becomes very hard to incorporate somebody into that. And you become very content with not just placing any old body in your space and in your time. There are people who come home grumpy. I'm in the house chilling. I'm running around crazy. I'm wilding. You come home with an attitude. And I'm like, because now I feel valiant. Why you came in my house? Why you came in my house with an attitude? What is going on? What? Like, it's just a lie. It's a lie. And it's not just men who do this to women. Women do this to men too. It's vice versa. It's all of that. It's all of that. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's hard. It becomes more of an involved decision. It's not just, oh, you know, I'm tired of being alone. It's like, no, you have to add value. You know, you really have to add value to this situation. And I'm not talking about monetary value. And that's what they're always afraid of. Nobody's talking about monetary value. Like your energy, baby, your vibe, your aura. You know what I'm saying? How you come in, how you slip in and out, and how you move around. Like, don't cause dysfunction. You know what I'm saying? Do you understand that? Like, you gotta fit in here. And in your world. You know what I mean? I'm not one of these like one-sided situations where it's just like you gotta bend in and acquiesce. You know, it should be emerging. It shouldn't be some weird, forcing, pushing, pulling. You know, I'm not into that. Like, I don't like anything too rocky. If it's hard, I don't want to be fighting for it in the beginning of our relationship. All that fighting for love and that struggle love, that's after years of being together and you've decided, no matter what, I have chosen to love you. And at this turning point, at the precipice of change, it is becoming hard. But I have decided to move forward with my decision to love you. None of that in the beginning, though. I can't go through all that in the beginning. Because if it don't work in the beginning, we just listen. I ain't working toward it. Exactly. All my free time and space is for me now. I gave too much to the wrong person, and now I'm done. Amen. Amen. And I'm not against love, and I don't hate men. I love men. You know what I mean? I do. I just don't really want you in my space at this time. You know what I'm saying? Like the one guy that I was talking to, I remember one night we were riding around, and I was like, let's just get some wine or something. I don't know. And he kept like riding past this little like party or bar, and I was like, do you want to go out? Because like I don't mind, like you can just drop me off. And he's like, no, because I know you. And I was just like, you what? Who? You know me. You know me. You know me. What you know about me? What you know about me? What are you talking about? Oh, because you're upset. And I was like, I'm upset. What am I upset about? No, because you're upset and if you drink. And I was just like, you know what? You're getting too comfortable with me. It's cool. I was like, no. Like when I turn myself off, it's like, cause I'm not gonna give energy to this, right? You don't know me. You are projecting your baby mama's actions onto me. Cause I was on the computer, and somebody had said something to me, and I guess I showed emotion, and I was like, oh wow, that was really rude to say or whatever, and I was just like, whatever, cool. And so now you think that I'm gonna go somewhere, I'm gonna be upset and become an angry drunk. That's your baby mama. That's not me. Don't do me. I am not an angry drunk or a sad drunk. I am a dancing, happy. I do what I want to do. I'm a vibe. Like, don't play with me. You know what I mean? And it's just like, also, that makes me feel like you're not ready to date because you're still projecting your baby mama drama onto me. Because that's what your baby mama would do. That's what she would do. I'm not her. I'm not romantic enough, I don't think, to have babies. Because I don't really feel that I can't romanticize love. As crazy as it sounds, it's real. Love is real. Love is not just this cute, fun thing. It's a decision. There is more logic in love than heart, I think. And I just don't feel that I want to be connected to you for life. And I just don't feel that it will be a good enough experience for me for long enough for me not to be cripplingly depressed by it. Connecting to you through life, through a human. And it's a big undertaking. I love children, I love families, I love moms, I love dads. I love people who decide to have kids for them. For me, I feel like it's too much of an undertaking for me. I feel like it's a lot. I feel like it's a lot. I feel like a lot of men romanticize the idea of having your baby because they feel like it's the ultimate honor, it's the ultimate form of love. Oh, look at my girl, she's pregnant, she's having my baby. Are you going to be there through the whole thing, through the hormones and the weight gain and the depression and having the baby and the baby's wild, and the baby's 2 and the baby's cutting up, 3, 4, 5, 7, 9, little know-it-all, little toddlers, little crazy little preteen, knocking the house over, running away, getting drunk. It's gonna be us for life. I don't think so. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. You guys, if you ever see me have a baby, know that it's a real one, or send help. You know what I mean? Yeah. I always said that I'm not gonna talk about this, and I always end up talking about this because it's just crazy. Thank you. Thank you. I love this hat. This hat is saving yellow for me. I I have a lot of yellow stuff. For me not to like yellow, I have a lot of yellow. You know why I think I don't like yellow? I think when I was little, my mom, her favorite color is yellow. And I'm darker complected. Like I'm darker than my mom. And I think she like, oh my God, this gonna look so cute on you, all chocolate. And she was like, oh, I'll put this on you. She had me in all the colors, all the bright colors. I like it. I love this hat. I love this hat. I purposely bought it because I said, you know what? I think this is gonna look cute on me. But you guys, I don't know. I feel like there's so much discourse around love and people's decisions to be married and or not. And you know, I don't know. I don't really like talking about serious things, but I also don't like to completely exclude myself from the conversation because I am a grown-up woman of that age, where people are having babies and getting committed and doing that type of thing, and it's beautiful. But I think because I got married so young, and I have a great relationship with my ex-husband, and I had a great relationship with him when we were married. We got married too young. And I'm not gonna say we got married too young. I'm gonna say we got married, perhaps weren't ready, perhaps we were a little immature. We weren't our final form. And once we both started to form in different ways, it was just like, is this really, are we really, this is not, is it? I don't know. Could have fought more, probably could have stuck it out, don't know. But I will say that I am glad that I kind of got married young, because there are a lot of women my age who haven't experienced it. And with the way guys are these days, it's a little harder. It's a little scarier. Social media gives people the illusion of options, and you know what I mean? Not even as an illusion. I mean, there are options, right? We have access to people from different countries and all over the world like never before. So it's not so much an illusion, but it makes people feel like the person that they may have is just not good enough at this point. And I think that's kind of crappy. I think people date and then they have in their mind that I could always find somebody better. You could find somebody different. It's not always going to be better. You know what I mean? And that's another thing that somebody said to me on my video, where I was just like, oh, I don't want to date out here. And it was just like, oh, social media gives you guys the illusions of options. And if someone likes you, you should just go for it. And you know what that sounds like to me? That sounds like you are a dark black girl. And if you're lucky enough to get somebody interested in you, you should just go for it, because it's not very likely that you'll find that again. Let me tell you something. Through colorism, through whatever that I've ever experienced, everywhere, anywhere, I've never had a problem meeting men, decent men too, of all different races and ages. It's never been an issue. I think in LA it was the least men, because LA is just LA. LA is very, listen, we're not gonna talk about LA no more. But yeah, I've never had a problem with guys, with meeting guys, with finding guys who like me, with finding guys who find me attractive, with finding men to do things for me, with me, to me. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people like to feel like, oh, you know, well, women are choosing to be single because they don't have options, or there is nobody, or child, boo. I know you don't believe that. Through all your efforts in trying to hurt women, I know you don't believe that. I know you don't believe that. I know you don't believe that I, in all that I am, outward and inward, would literally have a problem bagging something, anything, great things. And that's the thing too. Like a lot of people are like, oh yeah, you can find this and that, but you can't find that. And it's just like, girl, what are you talking about? I don't know, child. I just wanted to come and talk to you guys. Let me come back out here. I don't know. I be promising myself that I'm not gonna talk about certain things because it always makes me feel weird. It always makes me feel weird, and I always have this very same conversation with you guys. You know what I mean? As a woman, I feel like it's kind of taboo to talk about not wanting kids because it almost feels like you're. What is this? Oh. Because it almost feels like you're shaming other women, or you like, oh, maybe you feel no. Everybody has different feelings. Everybody has a different vibe. Everybody has a different life. People have different pockets. People have different partners. Some people have amazing partners, and it just makes sense for them. You know what I mean? Hey, Beauty Val. You know what I mean? And I would never try to make it like my situation should be everybody's situation, or people's situation is not my situation. Oop, feel bad for you. No, no, that is like not the case. And I don't really want anyone to think that. That makes me feel feelings. You know, it makes me feel bad. You know, and I would never say, like, one of my really good friends out here, she's American, she's from the Bronx, she's having a baby right now. She met a really great guy out here. She's really happy. You know what I mean? I know people who are really happy in their families and stuff like that. You know, say that everyone has a different life. You know what I mean? I just worry sometimes, especially now, because I think it's a little bit more of a sensitive time in social media, where if you share your feelings or you share your opinion on something, people automatically think that you're going to project your feelings onto them about how they're living. And it's just like, no, that's not the case. It's not the case. You know what I mean? I know plenty of girls who are very excited and really, 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 really want to become moms. I've never really had that desire. I was raised by a single mom. My mother didn't hold any punches. It looks hard, heart wrenching. You know, I've been through it all. I've seen it all. You know what I mean? And it doesn't mean that just because, you know, I was raised a certain way doesn't mean that it'll be that way. But there are just a lot of things that the only way you can avoid certain heartaches, certain pain, certain struggles, um, is to not, you know, dip your toe in that arena. That's it. You know, so I hope you guys can understand that. And I hope none of you guys feel alienated or shaded, especially you moms out there. Being a mom is like the most beautiful thing and also the hardest job ever, which is why I don't want to do it, because I'm lazy and I'm irresponsible and I'm a little bit of a jerk and I'm inconsiderate and I don't want to give birth to anything that I will love more than myself, because I won't be able to ever stand up again if something happens to my kid. I follow a lady on Instagram. The last time I brought this conversation up, somebody really beat me down and was like, oh my God, you need so much therapy. And I was just like, no, I don't think I need. Well, everyone needs therapy, right? We're so therapized now. But I don't think I'm saying anything that's obscure or insane. I don't respond to pain well. Some people, they're strong and they can deal with things. I can't. I don't want to deal with certain emotional stuff. I don't think I can do it, and I don't want to. And people are like, "Oh no, you know, you're strengthful." I don't want to be that strong. I don't want to ever have to be that strong. I don't want to go through that. I don't want to go through anything that's going to make me that strong. I've been through enough in my life. I'm done. I'm kind of done going through things. Thanks. Oh my God. I'm just keeping it real with you guys. You know, as a mom, you have to develop like this immense amount of strength and fortitude and this fight. Like, I am like, child, I don't want to do that. I don't want to. I know. I have something in my eye. Oh my God. My mom was a single parent. I was the second mom, being the oldest, so I don't want to be a mom. Yeah, I wasn't the oldest, but I was the only girl. So maybe that's it. You know what I mean? I was definitely the only girl. Since last year, I always look forward to your chat. You make good points on the real talk. Thank you so much. I'm like glad. Like I just want to share like my opinions, and I feel like I'm a Cancer. I don't like hurting people for no reason. Not for no reason. Like if you give me a reason, or if I'm trying to hurt you purposefully, but like not on accident and not for being careless with my words. You know. Um, Something in my eye. But yeah, you guys, I was the only girl. There was a lot of responsibilities on me. Like most of the time, I was the only one to go to my with my mom to the laundromat. It was a lot. A lot of times we walked. I had to carry laundry. You know what I mean? I was like helping prep cook. I was setting tables. I was like tables down, like washing dishes. And then I had a little brother, and I had to like look out for him a lot. And it was just like there were times, where I was like, watching everybody's kids. Like I'm the cousin that's around that age where I have older cousins who are having kids, or I have younger cousins like a little bit younger than me, and I'm like babysitting and doing all this stuff. And I was already like really responsible. And I was kind of like a quiet girl, so people trusted me with their kids. And if there were barbecues, like I had to watch the kids and wrangle the kids. And I used to be like, look, none of these kids are my kids. I don't want to do this. You know what I mean? And then even becoming an aunt, I felt like I kind of had kids there because, like, you're expected a certain amount of care as like a young aunt. You're expected, presents and gifts and graduation money and this and that and the third. And it's just like, oh my God, this is a lot. This is a lot. You know what I mean? I remember one Christmas, my nephew wanted a Nintendo DS. And I remember running all over the city trying to track this guy down to get his Nintendo DS. And I was just, I'm not even a mom. Like, I'm young. Like, I'm here, like, I'm stressed out trying to get this Nintendo DS. And then you want me to run around and get games. This is a lot. This is a lot for me. This is a lot for me. It was a lot. I was just like, and then I got it for him. He barely seemed thankful. And then I remember him getting it taken away at school, and he wanted me to get him another one. My brother went, he got it back, and then like it ended up breaking or something. Like I don't have time for all of that. Like that's not my gig. Like this is not my gig. This is this is just not what I want to do. I remember being so upset. I was young. I was like, I don't know, 20 something. And my nephew was like, oh yeah. I was just like, okay. I used to have him so much, and he looked so much like me. Beautiful little baby. That was like a little weird self-confident, but he was so cute. And I remember I would go to the store with him, and I would always carry him around. I always had him with me, always. And people would be like, is that your baby? And I'd be like, no. And this one guy in the store, he like pulled me aside, and he was just like, you don't gotta be ashamed if that's your kid. And I was just like, I know, this is not my kid. And then like when he was going to school and stuff, I was expected to buy this and that and give this money and that money. And I was just like, is this what it's about? Because I can't do that. I don't got it. Well, I don't know. It's so beautiful outside. I wish the Wi-Fi for the building was better, because I would go outside and sit with you guys by the pool. But I'm gonna let you guys go because my battery's dying. I've been on this live for way longer than I intended. I filmed this look for you guys. It's my new summer foundation routine featuring some of the new products. I will let you know that I feel the foundation is a good match, but could perhaps be a tiny bit, it's like a little red. But yeah, yeah, that's really it. I hope you guys have a good day, rest of the day. For the past couple of days, I wake up and I'm displaced. And I wake up and I'm like, oh my God, where's my car? And then I'm like, you don't live in California no more. No more. Your car is at your mom's house. You're good. I wake up and my heart's pounding because street sweeping in LA, where I used to live, was Tuesdays and Wednesdays. And the other day I woke up and I grabbed my phone and I had this horrible feeling in my chest. Where is my car parked? And I'm just like, I'm not in LA no more. My mom has my car. I'm good. Oh my God. Because I'll wake up and I'll just be, thank you so much, Beauty Val. I just like feeling like we're here. I'm not a mean girl. I don't ever like to come off like I'm talking down to you guys about something because I know there are moms watching me. So as a woman speaking to women about like not wanting this, not that, it can feel a little weird to me. I would never, I would never shame anyone's decision. I would never try to talk down on somebody because they made a different life choice than me. I just want you guys to understand that. I'm fully emotionally intelligent and I know how things can affect other people and I do care. Unless I'm doing it on purpose. And then all gloves are off. All is fair in love and war. I get crazy with my mouth. Crazy. But I would never so that's why but I do like to talk to you guys about it because some people ask me like, oh my God, I can't wait to, somebody's like, I can't wait to meet the hubby. I'm like, hubby? I'm trying to heal and get a deal. Ain't no hubby. You know what I mean? And people ask me like, oh my God, I never see you with anybody. And you probably won't. I don't know if I'll be in a relationship where I feel comfortable sharing it. And you know who was talking about this recently? Natural 85. And she was just talking about how she wished that she kept certain parts of her relationship for herself because of what she went through. And I remember the video for my other vlog channel, like this, like you have to be like a day one. I'm trying to heal and get a deal. On my other vlog channel, I did a video called No Boo Loving for the Tube, and this girl got all bent out of shape and did a response, and I'm like, I'm even talking to you. You know what I mean? That I can't take credit for that. That was a sound going around a while back. But yeah, I'm very personal. I'm very like sentimental. You know what I mean? I shared like a little clip of my ex-husband when we tried to reconcile. When I was living in LA. He moved out to LA. And ultimately, it just didn't work out. But I shared a little piece of him. And I remember back in the day when I cared about other people's opinions and I would Google myself. And I like that idea. You know what I mean? And people like on Lipstick Alley talking about me and stuff like that. I was just like, oh my God, like I barely showed them. You know what I mean? And I just hate how it is. It's just like if you are a family vlogger or if you are in a relationship and you're sharing your significant other, baby, everybody watching you is not your fan. Everybody watching me right now is not my fan. I would love to believe that all the people watching right now really like me. It's just not how it is, It's just not how it is. Everybody watching you does not like you, and you doing an advertisement for how you're being loved and who you love, and I want my boo, and you tagging his pages and you showing all his great attributes and all these good things that he do for you. Somebody's watching like, I want that. I like Destiny little boyfriend. I bet you I could see him. Where she be at? She be down there at that beach all the time. I'm gonna go see what I could see, because people will roll up on you, pretend like they don't know who you are, and get all in your business and get all in your love life and try to be. I've always wanted to do like a little movie about that, almost like a single white female who meets an influencer who pretends that they don't know who you are and like, oh my god, no, oh you do that, oh my god, and get all in your business and be rifling through your stuff, taking pictures of your garbage or your medicines, capturing you drunk and doing things. There's some real shady people out here. I'm not giving you no ads about my love. I've been following her for over 10 years and I remember her family vlogs with her ex. She had a lot of good points. You know, yeah, it's scary to think that you are showing your most pure and intimate love. Do you think people are trying to hurt you, or do you think sometimes people can see things that you may not be ready to accept? Well, of course, both. Of course, both, but it's not even so much of them seeing things, it's of them wanting to throw into something, or you showing them something that they now want for themselves. I'll never forget, I was at the mall with a friend, and I'm not going to say this influencer's name because I don't want any kind of weirdness. We seen an influencer's boyfriend, and she was like, "Oh my God, that's so and so's boyfriend. Oh, he's smaller in person than I thought. He's cute though. Oh, he's thick. Da 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 da. Oh wow, he looks good. You know what I'm saying?" And I was like, I have a feeling if I wasn't there, she would have tried to engage with him. And then it also leads to, okay, how faithful is your partner? But you have people who maybe won't even get far, but they'll get far enough for it to be inappropriate. There are certainly some cringe relationships that people present as are loving, but viewers can sometimes see the cracks. Absolutely. And then there are really good relationships that viewers see that they want to. You know what I mean? I don't mind if somebody sees something and I'm in a relationship and they're like, hey girl, your boyfriend, he seems like he's trying to XYZ ABC. I feel like he's trying to dig on you. I feel like he's trying to do this and do that. And I'm like, really? But then you'll be in situations that maybe never came online and you present it or you share a picture or you tag them. Now you got people all in a DM. So I see how you was buying her like flowers. That's sweet. I like that. That's cute. Um, I don't know. So I heard that you was from Chicago or whatever. I am too. If you ever around the way, like we should just grab a drink. Like I love Destiny. I'm a real big fan. Like I was just like maybe you can give me some tips on social media. So I introduced you to him because I'm in love with him and he's loving on me. We love it, and now you want it too. Oh, you want it. You want it for yourself. You know what I mean? It's not always about people, trying to help you. Some people are just straight up trying to hurt you. Straight up and straight down. Trying to hurt you. Just trying to hurt you. I've seen it done in life, in port. So I brought you into my house. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? Let's put the fact aside that supposedly Fallon was cheating on him. Let's put that fact aside. Let's make it as if they were just a loving couple. And Portia waddled her big jiggly booty. That's another thing. Like, why are you walking so loose around my man? You ain't never walked that loose, motherfucker. Why you walking so loose in a goose? Why you walking so stank like? Now you walking so stank through my living room? Look. It always comes down to the woman being insecure, and women should be able to be themselves around your man. And they should, if I want to come to your house covered in whipped cream and a G-string, that should be fine, because you should be secure enough, because you should have faith in your man, because it's him and it's not me, and because I should be able to talk like this around your boyfriend. Meanwhile, I really talk like this. But when your boyfriend come around, I want to talk like this. I'm submissive. Like, I'm the type of girl, like, I'll put it down on my man every night. Like, we don't know this girl. Now, all of a sudden, you got a baby voice and you walk all loose in the booty. I will suplex you on these tile floors. Off the refrigerator. I will. You reached out to him in the DM to pray for him when I'm the one who invited you into the house. Why you ain't reach out to my DM and pray for me? She crazy, but look, you know what I'm saying? It sucks. It sucks. You know what I mean? And you know what else too? There's no amount of hiding your love that will make somebody more faithful. I'm gonna keep it real, real. There's no amount of hiding. There's no amount of gatekeeping your love. But what I won't do is make it easy for you. I'm not gonna be easy. I wish I would tag my boyfriend and be all telling all his stuff and oh my god, he's doing wonderful stuff. I just love him. He's doing everything. Like, he's crazy. He's such a munch. He got money. Unless it's like a business relationship and he's not really. If you guys ever see me doing that, know that it's business. Me and this guy had talked about perhaps having a business connection, but he was just so young and he wanted to do like pranks and stupid stuff. And I was just like, this just feels so off-brand and so inauthentic. Like, I was thinking like maybe we can go on a few dates and record that and talk about little things and kiki kaka. But like, you ain't gonna be like pulling my wig off in public and stuff, because I'm gonna mess around and end up punching you in the jaw by accident. Okay? Like, nah. You know, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? There's no amount of gatekeeping your partner that will make them faithful, right? But I also think there's something to creating advertisements. You know what I mean? I usually keep my relationships private because people are just so judgmental and critical of others. I never thought about someone trying to seduce him. People will. People definitely will. I've had a couple of, you know, I had a family member, and I don't think she was trying to seduce my husband, but she would compliment to other family members who hadn't met him about how good looking he was. And she said it with such passion, like, that's my husband's sexy. He a great. He a talk. He, huh? And I was like, what is all of that about? All that? All that passion? He's like, good. Oh. Keep it cute. Calm down. You know, it's just like, oh, okay. Haha. Yeah, okay. I gosh. You know, you know, people offer doodle and dumb. And then let's not even talk about the people coming into your relationship. Some men are trifling and will be all up into your fans. Will be all up into your fans, all up into your viewers, all up into your supporters. You know what I mean? A lot of times you get into a relationship with men who, you know, it's like, I don't know if you could intimidate them. You could, you know, sometimes the way you move as a person in a position of power, you know, it could make them feel a little less than. They could potentially want to slip off with somebody who, you know what I'm saying, you is in your realm of, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Thank you so much, Darling Danielle. Thank you, Caramel King. But when it comes down to it, who's for you is for you. And I really feel like little to nothing could drive the person who's truly, truly for you away or make them cheat. You know what I mean? Everybody's imperfect. I personally don't allow cheating. I wouldn't settle for cheating. Once you cheat on me, we're done kind of vibe. Because, a lot of people say, well, why is it that you want somebody to be, why is it that, people think monogamy is unnatural? My thing about monogamy in a relationship is, to me, it says we chose each other. There are hundreds of millions of other girls, there are hundreds of thousands of millions of other guys. We chose each other. And that is one of the most true sacrifices that you make in a relationship. You are giving up the right, you are giving up the other options, right? A lot of men are insecure, especially when a woman is adored by others. Seems like monogamy is mostly dead anyway. Everyone I meet is poly or pan. Yeah, I can't. For me, I don't have a problem being monogamous at all. You know what I mean? I take a lot of, I don't want to say pride, but I just don't have a problem being monogamous. You know what I mean? The only time I really have doubts about wanting to be monogamous with somebody is when I just don't want to be in a relationship. You know what I mean? And it's not even about sex. I'm not like a super highly sexual person. It's just about not wanting to use my time or energy, and not wanting to have this person believe that it's about to be about us. Oh, it's my mom and her new number. Monogamy isn't dead. You just got to find the right person and lay it out from the beginning. Absolutely. I absolutely agree with that. You know what I mean? I have no problem being monogamous. I'm like stupid, loyal, and dumb. If I have a crush on you, I'm like loyal to you. Like, I'll be honest, I have a man. Oh, I have a crush on a man. Stop being dumb. You know what I mean? But, and that'd be it. Yeah, but I'm trying to think. My last relationship, I think he cheated on me. I think he cheated a lot. I think he had different girls in different area codes because he was an entertainer, and he was really inconsistent with the way he behaved in certain locations. There'd be times when he would travel and go and do a show, and he'd call me, we'd be on the phone, we'd fall asleep together. Then there'd be times when he'd travel and we wouldn't like have any communication. You know what I mean? So yeah, but I feel like people oftentimes, not even just men, oftentimes have problems with it. But like me personally, I don't. Oh my god, I've been seeing this guy who's super sweet, but not my type. He's missing a front tooth. He's 4 years younger. And when he used the bathroom, he explained his preference for sitting to pee. Get yourself a regular, hardworking, steer clear of entertainers. Absolutely. um, I'm sorry. I don't. Okay, so I'm sorry. At first, I had to envision it, right? And then I was trying to think if I could get around that. That kind of be like you choosing to stand to pee. No, because women really don't. We're not built like that. But if you had a wee thing, he sat to pee at my house and the door was ajar. He said it's more sanitary. For who? For you or for him? I wouldn't think it'd be more sanitary for him because now your wiener is in the bowl or closer to the bowl. I can see where it's more sanitary for you because the pee won't spray, won't get on the seat. I'm not in a. I don't want to say I don't like it. I want to say that I would just. It would be weird for me. He fixes teeth for sure. It prevents, yeah, like is more sanitary for her. Hey, listen, I know we're in a generation of, you know, different gender roles and, you know, everyone's doing different things. You know what I hate? The potential thing. And is there any reason in particular he wasn't able to, like, how long has his tooth been missing? Why is it missing? And was there no way for him to get it fixed for himself? I'm not wild about the sitting out to pee thing. His tooth, not the hugest worry. Don't adjust your standards if you don't want to. It's okay to want a man with teeth already in good shape and standing to pee. I agree. You know, I agree. I agree. I feel like what happens, and I go through this too. I feel like, oh my God, I'm being so judgmental. I'm being XYZ. Here's this good guy. He's nice to me. He does this for me. He does that for me. Yeah, he doesn't have this. He doesn't have this. He doesn't have this. He doesn't have that. He doesn't have that. He doesn't have that. But he's nice and he's good to me. And sometimes it's just like, no, no, no. You deserve more. You deserve better. You deserve somebody who's fully at their potential. No potential, fully potential. There are great, fully formed guys out there who have all their things together, waiting for you to find them. You do not have to work with someone's potential. And sometimes it makes me feel guilty because I'm like, oh my God, like, yeah, this guy deserves love. Maybe not my love, but love. Well, why not my love? I think I'm so better than no. No. But you're at a different point in your life and you've worked to overcome certain obstacles. Like I had to get my side tooth fixed. You know, I do awkward stuff and I fought through it and I've overcome and I'm reaching my potential. Wait a minute. I never asked about his tooth because he's always covering, but I know he has some drug abuse and spent some time in jail, but has turned his life around. Oh, hold up, he had drug issues, girl. That man right where you found him. Y'all are wild. I'm so glad that you guys are helping her out because I be hating to say stuff. I be letting you like. Yeah, but he kicked it. Rough upbringing. Okay. What are all of the attributes that he has? Like, what are the things that he brings to you, to your relationship, to your situation, to your life? What does he bring to the table that has you looking to overlook these very important things? You know, do you feel guilty? Because for me, I be feeling guilty. Like, I've attracted projects. you know, and I feel guilty for not working on them or working with them, or I feel guilty because I'm just like, oh my god, there's this nice guy and nobody's showing him love because this and that. I should be the different one. I should be the nice girl. I should be the one who, you know, helps them and shows them, and it doesn't always work out that way. You know, a lot of times you get a project and you like start hammering and gluing and pouring glitter on it, and then it gets a little glittery, and then it wants to up and do weird shit, or you know what I mean. And it's just like, we always are works in progress, right? But how much work should you have to put in with a person, just like Gallivant is saying, before you're just like, okay, this is too much. You know what I mean? Maybe he should couple up with a girl who is in the same boat as him and is getting her life together, and you know what I mean, she had a rough upbringing. Not to be classist or to say that, oh, only certain types of people should only date certain types of people, because I don't know your upbringing and how and what you've got going on in your life, but I know in certain situations it's better to take the road away from a project. Exactly. He has way too many issues and you're not his mama. He needs to come to you being a complete man, not you know. And you know, I know that they fix your teeth in jail. I know that there's programs and stuff like that. And I feel like if he really, you know, wanted that to be resolved, he could have. You know what I mean? If he wanted to, he would. If he wanted to, he would. If he wanted to, like, he would have got his tooth fixed. I know I'd move heaven and earth to get my front tooth fixed. And I wouldn't settle with not having my front tooth. Thank you. And I just feel like I need you to have that kind of fight in you. I don't want to instill that fight in you. I want to work with the fight that you have to get maybe more, but there's certain things that I want you to do and have together. You know what I mean? Like, if I was with you already and something happened where your tooth came out, I'm there with you. We're getting it worked out. We're fixing it together. You know, but I always feel like men or women and other people in certain situations in their life, perhaps you shouldn't be looking for love right now. Absolutely. Absolutely. Rasta. Absolutely. You know, and that's why I was thinking, it's hard. It's hard, you know? It's hard because I feel like sometimes as women, alternatively as black women, a lot of times you feel bad for looking down because we're so used to be looking down at that you want to be like, I can't speak for everybody, I don't want to generalize, so maybe it's just me, but sometimes I feel like, dang, like I want to help you, I want to you know what I mean, I want to be the one to help you, I want to see you through this. Oh, like, let me help you start a business, like I see more in you. And sometimes it's so exhausting because you know what, I've never really had anyone do that for me, right? And it's not a retaliation thing, it's just realizing that people have stronger boundaries in place than I do, and a lot of people are not going to tire themselves out to save me. You know what I mean? A lot of people are not going to risk drowning themselves to jump into the ocean to save me. And it's like, I can learn from the people who have denied me. you know, and I'm developing more boundaries and learning to say no. I can't take a place in this. No, I don't. No, I don't want it. Because I'm always kind of like, oh my God, what happened? Really? Oh my God. Okay, so here's what I can do. I can't do anything. I can't do anything to help you. Versus the best thing I can do to help you is not help you. The best thing I can do to help you is not help you. Because then you will be forced to rely on yourself and you will develop a strength that perhaps you never knew you had. You know what I mean? It's hard for me. I'm a recovering people pleaser. You know what I mean? I'm a recovering bend over backward, frontward, sideward, do a cartwheel, do a handspring, do a back handspring. I will tell people no in a second because I have anxiety about my own life and I don't need to. Hallelujah. You know, and it can be hard and it can be saddening and you may sit in your house and cry a couple days about it because it hurts. It hurts. It can hurt to turn people away. Like when my friend called me yesterday and was like, why don't you call me? You don't care about me. And I had to kind of be like, baby, we're not dating. Like, I don't want to be in a relationship. I told you this already and you don't seem to respect it. I'm still going through things from my old relationship. I'm still making sure that I'm not turning into my ex. I'm still coming to terms with how I'm relating to men and to myself. I'm still making sure what I'm feeling is genuine and it's not coming from a place of hurt. I'm still trying to figure out why I don't want to be bothered with men so bad. I am still trying to figure out what it is I want from men. I'm still trying to figure out what kind of guy I'm attracted to. I'm still trying to figure out who I am in the whole scheme of my life, in my world, in my career. I don't have time to meet your expectations. I don't have time to feel bad about the story that you created and the narrative that you're running in your mind that you want me to just be a part of and just be okay with. I'm trying to heal and get a deal. Literally. You know what I mean? There are times when I stop and I say, oh my God, I'm becoming my ex. He was Sagittarius. He couldn't be pinned down. He didn't want to commit. He couldn't, he couldn't love. He couldn't show love. My ex was hurt by his ex who cheated on him. And I know she cheated on him because I know he was out there doing him. You know what I mean? So I'm currently under the influences of 2 or 3 people and maybe more. My ex, his ex, and in that situation. People don't ever really like to admit this stuff. You know what I mean? But I'm just like, let me just see where I'm at. Let me just see how I feel. You know what I mean? I'm not telling you to wait for me. Don't. You are an amazing guy. Like, you're like, whoever bags you, whoever you end up with, y'all gonna be good. Because you are like legit. But let me figure out what I need to figure out. Yes, absolutely. You know what I mean? And I like dropped a tear last night because I don't want to cry. It hurts to hurt people who care about you. And it makes you feel bad, like, ooh, did I use him? I don't like that. I'm not that girl. I like to hear music about it. I'm not a user. You know what I mean? So I just was just like, nah, boundaries were not strongly intact. It was a test. And I failed. And we should have never got that close. And I'm not letting it happen again. Not because I don't want to get close to somebody, but because I don't want somebody to take it for more than what it is. This is a very family-oriented area. People take dating and love very seriously. If you talk to a guy and give him your number and you go out to eat with him, he's going to expect that it's something. It's what I've come to learn out here. You know what I mean? It's not a hookup culture. You know what I mean? People start to see you with too many men, they form their opinions and they chop. Chala. I don't care, but do understand that if you are willing to be seen with a guy 2-3 times in public, he's considering in his head that you guys are something. You're onto something. And you may just be like, chill, you is comida bag. You're a food bag. You know what I mean? So it's not like that out here. People take it seriously. You know what I mean? So, they see you, you're pretty, you're single, you're wife material, you're nice, you're easygoing, you got good conversation. Oh, I want you. And I'm not playing about it. It's different. It's different. I've had a couple people try to bag me up, and I'm just like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I would never went to dinner with you if I knew that you were gonna fall in love with me so fast. I'm not like, oh my God, you fall in love with me. But people really consider you. They look at you. They see you. They're taking you in. They call you in the morning. They're wishing you a good night. They want to talk to you. They want to get to know you. And it's just like, oh wow. This is different from America. The last relationship I was in, we were together for nearly 3 years. He couldn't even say I love you. He was in olive juice. He would send me a video mouthing olive juice. What kind of child are you? Nigga, if you love me, say that. Oh, well, guys, it's more in their actions. Don't you feel like I love you? And I used to be like, is like the bare minimum kind of vibe. But that's neither here nor there. So I seen this thing that said, it's okay to say I love you, but something about level of life, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to try to find it and post it to my community. But yeah, that's it. What time is it? I need to go get me a snack. I need to go ahead and order lunch. I was been supposed to order lunch like hours ago. But yeah, honestly, I'm just really looking to coming in completely to my own, really finding a good, comfortable place with my work and career. And then when I feel completely content with the idea of sharing my time and my body and my mental space and my heart with somebody, I will. It won't take long, I don't suppose. I don't suppose it'll be 5 years or anything like that. Give it another year or two. I'm not looking to hook up. I'm not looking to be for the streets. But I'm also not looking to get really close to people and then tear them from me. Because it's sad. I'm going to be on my scooter and see my friend and it's going to be sad. I'm a Cancer. I'll cry. But I've made it a promise that I would not cry today. Maybe tomorrow. You see things that remind you of stuff that you've done together and you're like, it's just you can't be doing stuff with people. You can't be going out to have ice cream with guys. You can't. They like you. And then what? It's I can't even go to have ice cream with you without you falling in love with me. Stop. No. I'm being an idiot. But yeah, I don't want to do anybody wrong. I don't want to make anybody feel like I gave them false hope and then turned around and was just that sucks. Who wants to do that to somebody? I would never want anybody to do that to me. I would never want something like that to happen to me. I found this puff and I've been in love with it. It's huge Dermablend puff. I gotta wash it. But you guys, I had so much fun talking to you. I truly, really did. One day I'm going to come on here. It's going to be a 20-minute live. It's going to be all light and love, and it's going to be so airy and easygoing. It's not going to have anything to do with politics. It's not going to have anything to do with my reproductive organ. Just not going to have anything to do with anything other than like makeup and glitter and lipstick. I really aim to get back to that place, but I find that there needs to be a little chattel, a little chala, a little discourse around certain things in my life. Simply because I've made them open to you and you guys have had questions and made comments, and I don't feel obligated, but I want oftentimes to be clear about things and talk to you guys about things. So I'm gonna let you guys go though. I'm gonna go into my kitchen. I'm gonna order lunch. Somebody sent me $20. I can't believe it. I remember their name. I know what I do. It's in my brain. I just can't say it out loud right now because my brain is. It's not doing the best. Somebody left me a really mean comment today. And I didn't read the whole thing. I can usually pick up on a comment being mean right away, and I don't read it because it doesn't have anything to do with me. It has everything to do with them, but I'm flattered that, you know, people put that much thought into me. I'm flattered that people, you know, engage and feel the need to include me in on whatever they've got going on. I don't know. But I deleted it because what I've noticed is, you know, the more I post on social media and I'm trying to get back consistent, like I've been posting every day. You know, people are still as hurt and angry as ever and as mean as ever. So I've gotten so much better at not taking it personally. I just understand that people, I feel like people hate freak. I'm trying to figure out how to plug this in. I feel like people hate social media because they are not used to seeing people that they don't find worthy being celebrated. I think a lot of times people come to my channel and they're like, who is this girl, black ass girl? And people are like liking her and talking about her content and oh my God. And look how she acts. And I was looking at her Instagram and she was wilding out. She does this and she acts this way. And oh my God, like who even respects her? Like, why do people even take her advice? And it's just like, I'm sorry it hurts you. I don't know if that means that you want to be in a position where people value you and take your advice and give you respect and celebrate you as a person and what you do, or you just don't like seeing it for me. You don't feel like I'm worthy. You don't feel like I deserve it. You don't feel like I look like the type of girl that is deserving of that kind of attention, respect, amour, or whatever. And that's cool. But I do recognize it just has more to do with that person than me. So I just, I ignore it. Just ignore it and go about my day, honey. Because I just got other things going on. I've got an abundance, and I'm so thankful and I'm so grateful of one-on-ones and different bookings for my courses and classes and stuff that I got to do. And I just mind my little business, honey. And you just really can't get too You can't get too involved in, like I used to get involved in. You have to prove yourself and, you know, oh, you know, I have this and I have that and I've done this, I have this amount of views and I have these videos and I've been doing this. And it's just like people who don't want to see your worth or your value, they're just not going to. And they can already know it. And you can be honest and you can be well spoken and you can be pretty and you can be well off, you can have a great body. People who do not want to see value in you will not. There's no amount of proving yourself. There's no amount of stats and clout. People who simply do not see you as a person worthy of respect or whatever, they just won't do it. You know, whether it be that they're from a different area of the world, or whether it be something that has to do with race, or the way you look, or the way you sound, or, you know, the way you present yourself. And they won't. You know, but let me go, you guys. I'm talking your head off for real. I have a really hard time with goodbyes. I think that's a part of many of my things. Like, I have a hard time saying goodbye, and I have a hard time at reunions because I'm so emotional, and I hate to be emotional. I'm not even emotional. I'm sensitive, right? One of the two. But let me let you guys go. I'll see you soon. I have to stop doing these long lives. Like, I have to stop. I have to be able to come and talk for 20 minutes and get out of here. But a lot of times when I come and I do my 20-minute live, there'll be people popping in, hey, and I hate to hang up in people's face. But I'm gonna let you guys go. I hope you have a really good day. I really, really do. I hope you have a great day. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.